Hello, my name is Klaus and I'm a breathwork nerd from Denmark. With these instructions, I would like to take you through a breathing routine that I discovered some years ago. I've chosen to name this gut breathing as it is going to take your breathing down into your belly and down into your guts and show you around in the various states of mind that you can get to with your breathing only. It is going to be an hour-ish long, and during this journey it might even get a little bit psychedelic at some points. So please remember that you are not obliged to do as I tell you. If at any moment it feels uncomfortable, you may return to your normal breathing and thus return to your normal state of mind. And you may even stop halfway if you are only into this for the relaxing breathing. So to start this journey, start by lying down on a yoga mat or a bed, wherever you feel most comfortable. Just lie down and relax. Feel how the floor carries you and relax into 1 hour of breathing. Start by closing your mouth and closing your eyes. And in the beginning, just feel into what the breathing feels like. This breathing that has been with you since you were born is with you all the time as you're going around doing your everyday tasks. So take a moment now to just feel what it feels like. Now there are many ways you can notice your breathing. One very common one is to notice what it feels like in your nose when the air comes in. It's probably a little more fresh and sharp. And then when you breathe out, you may notice that it is a little bit more warm and humid. So this is the natural way of your breathing. Your body heats up the air and humidifies it. And that is what you're feeling when it comes out. So just take a little moment and pay attention to the difference of the incoming air and the outgoing air. Another way to notice your breathing is to notice how your body moves when you're breathing. All through the day and the night, your body is moving to give you fresh air, to get rid of the stale air. So this is a moment to just pay attention to how this is happening, what is moving in your body when you're breathing. Whether you're breathing with your belly first or chest first or one of the two only, it is all very fine. Everything is good. As long as you're alive, your breathing is right. And another aspect of your breathing that you could pay attention to is the pace of your breathing. So now, also to engage your intellectual mind, give it a task. Try to count the seconds on your in-breath and the seconds on your out breath. And when I say seconds, it's not important that you count exact seconds. It could also be heartbeats or whatever pace of steady counting that you're comfortable with. So now just let your intellectual mind count 1, 2, 3-ish seconds, or however long it is, on the in-breath, and 1, 2, 3-ish seconds on the out-breath. Not manipulating anything, just noticing what's going on. Just noticing the pace of your breathing. So far, just noticing the breath without manipulating anything. Honoring the breath that is going on all the time. You come to the next phase where we actually start manipulating something. Now, it's not because there is anything wrong with your breathing, but breathing a little bit differently can give you a different experience. And so what I would like you to do now is to add 1 second at a time to your in-breath and 1 second at a time to your out-breath. And thus you will be slowing down the pace of your breathing ever so gradually. And now when you're breathing slower, you may notice that you're using muscle power to get the air in. You can just slow that down. But you only need to relax to let the air out. Exhalation is just relaxation. So in order to slow down the exhalation, you may make a little hoarse sound, narrow your throat a little bit and make a hoarse sound like this. On the out breath, to slow it down. You can try this 1 or 2 times with an open mouth, see if you can reproduce this sound. And then close your mouth, go back to only breathing through your nose, and then have this hoarse sound inside of your head. So with this hoarse sound in your out breath, try to prolong it even more, come up to maybe 6 seconds on the in breath and 6 seconds on the out breath. And to prolong your in breath and out breath, you may also find that you need to make longer out breath, exhale more deeply, and inhale more fully. So as you're prolonging your breathing, slowing down the pace of your breathing, you're also breathing in further and breathing out deeper, thus coming to use almost your whole body, your whole capacity for breathing in and breathing out. Still slowing down your breathing gradually, second by second, maybe coming up to even 8 seconds per in-breath and 8 seconds per out-breath. And the exact amount of seconds is not so important. You want to aim for this little bit hibernating state. Feel into what slow breathing does to you. You may even get sleepy. And if you're getting so sleepy that you're not sure if you can stay awake, you may open your eyes and move a little bit. Try to see if you can find this semi-hibernating state where you are still awake enough to count your breathing and follow these instructions, but also get into this little bit in between awake and a sleep state, semi-hibernating thing that is happening when you're slowing down your breathing. Brain waves are getting slower. Mind is getting calmer. So find the right pace of breathing to get into this calm mental state, but don't become so calm that you're falling asleep. Feel into this state. Feel what is happening in your body and in your mind and in your brain when you're breathing at this slow pace. And whatever pace you are arriving at, try to keep that pace throughout the next part of this exercise. I will say 8 seconds in, 8 seconds out, but you count whatever you feel comfortable with. Because now we're getting a little bit technical. So keep the pace while paying attention to this other part, which is the movement of your body when you're breathing. To feel that, you may place a hand on your belly, around the navel, and on your chest, right around your heart. And while breathing slowly like this, pay attention to how these hands are moving, which hand is coming up first, and which hand is coming up last when you breathe. So for this part, I would like you to breathe in a way that makes your belly hand rise first. So the first part of the in-breath is the belly hand rising, and then on the last part, your chest hand may rise also. As if you're breathing in through the bottom of your body. And this may feel a little bit artificial. Maybe you have to force yourself a little bit to keep your chest down while you're breathing in, so the belly can expand first on the in-breath. As with anything new, it may feel artificial, but try and see if you can do it anyway. Likewise, on the out-breath, and this is the part where most people have a little difficulty. See if you can let the chest fall in first, and then the belly at the end. And here you may have to sort of keep the belly inflated at the beginning of the out breath, so the chest falls in first and then the belly at the end. So 8 seconds in, 8 seconds out. In breath is belly first, chest last. Out breath is chest first, belly last. Maybe keep your chest down artificially on the in breath and keep your belly inflated a little bit on the out breath. There is another metaphor for this way of breathing. It is also called the wave breath, because the breath should be like a wave washing in on the beach or the shore from the ocean, losing its force and coming back out into the ocean again. The ocean in this metaphor is the bottom of your body, and the beach is your body. So as the wave comes in, the belly rises, chest rises on the in-breath. The wave loses its force, becomes an out-breath, but wave washes out, chest first, then belly down at the end. So see if you can have your breath be like a wave that is washing in on the beach from the ocean, where the ocean is the bottom of your body. And even though this may be a little bit artificial for you, try to do it anyway, and then aim to get the smoothness of this movement a little later. So 8 seconds in, 8 seconds out. Belly first, chest on the in-breath. Relaxing into the out-breath, chest first, belly last on the out-breath. Maybe you can amplify this motion by thinking of pushing the small of your back down into the mattress a little bit, and then tilt your hip a little bit so that you're actually curling on the front side a little bit at the end of your out breath, and arching a little bit at the end of the in breath. And once you sort of have this movement, try to feel in what it feels like. Feel into your body. Feel into your mind. Still slow breathing, 8 seconds in, 8 seconds out. Only now the breath starts and ends in your belly, in the bottom of your body. So you have your breath centered in your belly. And even if it feels artificial, keep doing it that way and aim to get it a little more smoother, but still belly first, chest last on the in-breath. Chest comes down first, Belly last on the out breath. If you have your hands down, you can see if you can just go by the sensation in your belly and your chest. Try to notice if this feels different, if there's a different feeling in your belly when you're breathing, now that you have your breathing centered in your belly. So now you have a nice slow pace of breathing, 8 in, 8 out. Your breathing is centered in the belly. And as you're breathing slower, your diving response may be warming up. You can maybe breathe even slower if you feel like it. And we can even limit the breathing a little more. So up until now, let's say that you've been breathing from 0% capacity to 100% capacity. Try when you're breathing in not to fill up all the way. Try just to fill up to 80%, and that is where the in-breath is losing its force and becoming an out-breath. If you're having the picture of the wave, let the wave wash not all the way up to your top of your chest. Let it lose its force when it comes to the level of the heart, and let it become an out breath after that. So in effect, we are not using the top of the chest, we are not using the top 20% of our air capacity. We leave that for emergencies only, and as we are just relaxing now, we can leave that alone. And then that was after the in-breath. Next thing is to focus on what happens after the out-breath is finished, before the in-breath starts. Pay attention to this part of your breathing cycle that is neither out-breath nor in-breath. Take a little pause to notice the muscles are shifting. Things are going in the opposite direction. And just feel into that little moment after the out-breath, before the in-breath starts. And try to start getting a little bit curious about this space. So in effect, you're actually making a little bit of a breath hold after the out-breath, feeling into this stillness of your body and your mind after the out-breath, and try to expand that breath hold a little bit and be curious about what is there. What kind of mental stuff is there? What is happening in your body? You may narrow your throat a little bit, close it off so you can relax in this breath hold. And here starts a little bit of a balancing act, because if you hold your breath for long enough, you will feel the uncomfortable feeling of, oh, I need to breathe. It's not very pleasant at first, but try to challenge that sensation a little bit. See what is after this first instinct to breathe. Maybe you don't actually have to breathe at the first instinct. Wait a little bit, see what is on the other side. Maybe it is not so unpleasant. Start dipping your toe into the outskirts of your comfort zone. This is on one side, you challenge yourself a little bit, and on the other side, you may feel that if you go too far, if you hold your breath for too long, you cannot breathe in slowly afterwards. You're still breathing in 8 seconds in, 8 seconds out. If you have to breathe in fast after your breath hold, that's because you held your breath too long. So the balancing act here is to hold your breath for as long as you can, but not so long that you cannot breathe in slowly after that. The body is usually very clear. If you overstep that boundary, you will have to breathe in very forcefully, very fast. But try to see if you can find the limit and maybe surpass your limit a little bit. Holding your breath longer than you thought you could, and finding out, hopefully, that you can still breathe in slowly after that. And if you overstep your limit, if you have to breathe in fast after a breath hold, I can only say, welcome to the club. We all did this. Nobody ever learned how to walk or ride a bike without falling. Nobody probably ever learned the limits of their breath hold capability without having to breathe in fast. So, welcome to the club. All you have to do is just go back to 8 seconds in, 8 seconds out, and then another breath hold. And it may also be comforting to know that when you're lying in the breath hold, you're starting to feel challenged, that you are never further away from your comfort zone than an in-breath. So, however you feel challenged, know that you can just breathe in and things will be fine. You may also notice that sometimes you land in a breath hold and it feels perfect. You can hold your breath for a long time. And sometimes you land in a breath hold and it's just not easy from the very beginning. Just breathe in 8 seconds, breathe out 8 seconds, like a wave, and hold the breath for as long as you can. Respect your limits, but also challenge yourself gradually. Feel into what it feels like when you're breathing slowly like this. You're becoming hypoxic, hypercapnic, meaning less oxygen, more CO2 in your blood. This is triggering a lot of stuff in your body. Blood vessels will expand. Your mammalian diving response will kick in. You will go maybe even more into a hibernating state. And this is all very fine. This diving response we all had when we were babies. As mammals, we are related to the whales. So we had this instinctually, not using it throughout life. It has become less. Now it is waking up again. So 8 seconds in, 8 seconds out. Breath hold. Be like a whale. Feel the mammalian diving response kicking in. And enjoy. Also notice what is happening in your body. How does this air hunger, how does that manifest in your body? It can be contractions of some muscles, respiratory muscles. It can be thoughts, it can be feelings. You're getting into a part of yourself that you very rarely visit. So spend this time getting a little bit wiser. If you're having a bad breath hold that lasts very shortly, see if you can do better next time. Things vary, you vary. And if you're still counting, maybe you can let go of the counting and just go by the feeling of a very slow breath in, very slow out breath, and a breath hold that lasts for as long as it has to last. Challenge yourself, but don't push yourself too hard. This is how relaxed you can get with your breathing only. You're coming into an extreme state of rest and digest, hibernation, diving response kicking in, blood vessels opening up. Just enjoy that state of being. And if you are doing this only for this relaxation breathing, you can keep going like this for a while, 8 seconds in, 8 seconds out, breath hold for as long as you like. But if you want to continue this journey and explore the other extreme of what breathing can do to you, how much it can energize you, then we go on with a hyperventilative session now. Shifting from slow nose breathing to breathing with your mouth. Fill up all the way, couple of seconds. Let go, relax, and keep breathing. No breath holds. No breath holds after the in-breath. No breath holds after the out-breath. Keep the breathing going. It's a cyclic kind of breathing. Either you're breathing in, you're breathing out. No pauses in between. So fill up all the way and let go. Fill up all the way and let go. Breathing through your mouth. So whatever you do in this next part, however fast you're breathing, as long as you don't hold any pauses, it's all good. So start slowly, couple of seconds in, couple of seconds out, and feel into what this does to you. You may be becoming dizzy. Since you're lying down, nothing can happen. You may be becoming lightheaded. This is also very good. Still lying down, nothing can happen. Keep breathing, filling up, letting go. Filling up, letting go. extreme, the one with a lot of oxygen, very low CO2 levels in your blood. You're energizing, your body is coming into fight and flight mode. When you're breathing out all your CO2, your blood becomes a little bit alkaline, makes your blood vessels shut down. This is taking place from the outside towards the center of your brain. So the outside, the cortex, your intellectual mind is shutting down. You're coming into your emotions, your feeling, your instincts, and your body is charging. It's making you stronger. So you're feeling some tingling now in your hands. This is all nerves charging, making you stronger, making you able to run faster. If you were to lift weights, you would be able to lift 10% more. Feel the energy that is coming into your body. Just keep breathing. Load yourself with that energy. Emotions may also come up as your intellectual mind is shutting down. There's nothing holding your emotions in place, so they may pop up. It's all very fine. You're also coming into a state where you can handle your own emotions. As long as you keep the breathing going, everything will be good. You may slowly increase the pace of your breathing also. So if you're breathing slowly, try to increase your pace a little bit. Still relaxed, but a little faster. Open your mouth, open your throat, breathe in, breathe out. Fill up, let go. Fill up, let go. Feel how powerful you will become now. If you need to move, you can move. You may also feel some tetanic cramps. Hands getting stiff, getting like a cramp. This is all very natural. You can move, or you can just breathe all the way through it. It will go away. As long as you keep breathing, things will go away. Keep the breath going. No pauses. Either breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Life is very simple. All you have to do is breathe. Your body will take care of the rest. If you feel like moaning on the out-breath or making some sound on the out-breath, this is also very good. You can do that. If you do that, you are closer to making a sound. If you want to make a real sound, like cry, screaming a little bit. If you feel the need to make sounds, you can also do that. If you feel the need to move, you can move. As long as you keep the breathing going, everything will be good. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. This is all you need to do to stay alive. Keep up the good work. Fill up, let go. Fill up, let go. Feel what you're like when you're coming into this fight and flight mode. Maybe your thoughts will get very scattered. Maybe you're not even able to count to 10. And you don't have to do all of any of this. Your intellectual mind is shutting down. Let it shut down. Let your body rule. Keep breathing. Feel what you're like under the surface. Feel what you're like in the other extreme. You are lying down on a mattress. Nothing can happen to you. Everything is fine. You get dizzy. You get cramps. You get tingling. Everything is good. This is all supposed to happen. Just keep the breathing going. Feel the energy coming. See if you can feel how strong you actually are. Maybe you can come up to even 1 second in, 1 second out. Start becoming a little faster, a little faster. As long as you're not making any pauses, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Fill up, let go. Fill up, let go. Let the stuff happen that has to happen. It's all inside of you. Now you can see it. It's all just happening because you're breathing like this. Be curious. For the last couple of minutes here, give it all you got. See what is inside of you. Feel the strength, feel the energy. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. You maybe even come superficial breathing. If you're up to it, give it all you got with the pace. So you're letting the pace of the breath drive you now. So give it all you got here at the end. Breathe in, breathe out, no pauses. So still breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Start slowing down a little bit. So slowing down your breathing, still no pauses, either breathing in, breathing out, slowing down, slowing down. And when you're ready for it, you do the last couple of breaths and then you breathe out and hold your breath on empty lungs. So the last couple of breaths, and when you're ready for it, you breathe out and hold your breath on empty lungs. Just relax. You may close your throat so you can relax in the rest of your body. And just feel into this breath hold. You've just been exhaling all your CO2. You're coming from one extreme. There's a very rapid transition going on. Blood vessels are opening up, energies are shifting. Just lie there, relax, empty your mind as much as possible. Go with the flow of having been in one extreme, coming to the other extreme, floating away on this breath hold. And you can hold your breath for as long as you like. Like before, you don't have to follow the first instinct, probably. But when you cannot hold your breath anymore, you open your mouth, you take a big in-breath, and hold your breath on full lungs. But now, lying in a breath hold with empty lungs for as long as you can, going with the flow, exploring what is in this breath hold, what your body feels like, what is happening in your mind. And when you cannot hold your breath anymore, take a big, powerful in-breath and hold your breath on full lungs. And then there's going to be another ride on full lungs. So first, breath hold on empty lungs. Then the recovery breath, big in-breath, breath hold on full lungs, just floating away. enjoy the ride. Feel your body. Try to empty your mind and enjoy. Let the body take over. The intelligence of the body knows what to do. Enjoy what your body is actually capable of. 2 breath holds. 1 on empty lungs, 1 on full lungs, for as long as you like, for as long as you can. Just enjoy whatever is in there. Go with the flow. Feel your body transitioning. Just enjoy everything. And once you're done with your 2 breath holds, maybe you feel out of air a little bit. Just go back to normal breathing through the nose. Let breathing become a little easier again. Feel what it feels like. Now you're coming back to a semi-normal state of mind, but still something is different now. And the ride is not over yet. For this next part, we're going to do a little shorter energizing session that is hyperventilating for 1.5 to 2 minutes, and then breath hold on empty lungs and on full lungs, like before. Only with this session, I would like you to bear in mind that it's a common mistake when people are breathing. They're making a lot of sound, they're using a lot of force, makes them think that they're breathing a lot. This is not really correct. When air moves, it makes sound when it meets resistance, not just by moving. So if you are making a lot of sound when you breathe, it means you're making a lot of resistance. Now, no resistance at all is not possible, but as little resistance as possible is desirable. So try to have a wide open mouth, open throat, and see if you can breathe as relaxed as possible. Wide open mouth, wide open throat, no resistance, just a big hollow tube that moves the air. So breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, start breathing through your mouth, wide open throat. Just relax, fill up with no resistance, relax with no resistance. Move as much air as you can. So you're still moving a lot of air, but you're not using so much energy now. Just filling up and letting go, filling up and letting go, and exhalation is relaxation. So all you need to do once you fill up is to relax. The air will come out. If you have no resistance, it will come out pretty fast. So fill up, let go. Fill up, let go. Using muscle power, relaxing. Filling up, letting go. Using muscle power, relaxing. See how much air you can actually move. There are several liters of air in your lungs. Or there is room for several liters of air in your lungs. 4 or 5 liters, if you're a big man, maybe 6. See if you can move all of those liters of air in and out in one breath. Fill up all the way, expand, make yourself as big as possible, and relax. Using both your belly and your chest, everything you got, fill up all the way and let go. From the bottom of your body, and let go. Breathe in, breathe out. Feel the energizing happening. Feel the tingling. Now you've been here before, you know what's happening. Tingling, lightheadedness, you may get dizzy. Everything is fine. Fill up, let go, and just relax. Use muscle power to fill up and let go on the out breath. Move as much air as possible. And feel the energizing. And now, this is not going to be as long as the last one, so start slowing down like before. Now you know the routine. When you're ready for it, you take your last out breath and you hold your breath on empty lungs. Maybe you close your throat a little bit, relax your body. Last out breath, breath hold with empty lungs. And go with the flow, going from one extreme to the other extreme. Just enjoy the ride. Feel into what is happening in your body. Go with the flow. Try to empty your mind as much as possible. Everything is good. And you hold your breath on empty lungs for as long as you can. Maybe not follow the first instinct to breathe, but when you have to breathe, take a big in-breath. Open mouth, open throat. Recovery breath, and hold your breath on full lungs. First, breath hold on empty lungs. As long as you can, go with the flow. Feel your body. Take the recovery breath once you feel you have to. Hold your breath on full lungs for as long as you like. And when you do this recovery breath this time, maybe you even get a little bit psychedelic experience. You may feel like you're floating. You may see colors. You may hear like a tinnitus, a ringing in your ears. It's all very natural. It will go away. Just float with it. Enjoy it. And find out what is there in this breath hold. Float with the experience. Enjoy the experience. Breath hold on empty lungs. Recover your breath. Breath hold on full lungs. All of these breath holds as long as you like. And when you cannot hold your breath anymore, you just let go. Go back to normal breathing again through your nose. Maybe you're out of breath a little bit. But once you're done with your 2 breath holds and breathing is getting easy again, try to go back to the wave breath we did before the hyperventilation. We did a very slow form of breathing, 8 seconds in, 8 seconds out, and a breath hold. Try to go back to this one. Only this time, make the in-breath and the out-breath even longer. Maybe 10 seconds, maybe 15 seconds on the in-breath, 10 to 15 seconds on the out-breath. And then you hold your breath for as long as you like again. Breath be like a wave, belly first, then the chest on the in-breath, losing its force. Chest coming down, belly coming down, last at the out-breath, and a breath hold. Very, very, very slow breathing. Hold the breath for as long as you like. Feel into what is there. Feel into what it feels like. Feel into what your body feels like. Feel into what is going on in your mind. Just enjoy the peace. To 15 seconds in, 10 to 15 seconds out, and breath hold for as long as you like. Like before, don't necessarily have to go with the first instinct to breathe in the breath hold. Maybe there's something after that. And also, like before, if you overstep your limits, you won't be able to breathe in slowly again. If this happens, everything is fine. You just go back to 10 to 15 seconds in, 10 to 15 seconds out, and a breath hold. This sensation in the body, how things are changing, how blood vessels are opening up, how energies are shifting, how your mind is becoming almost cosmic. You're breathing slower than you probably ever did before. Feel into what that is like. noticing that your breath holds are not easy anymore. They're becoming shorter. The effect is waning off. You can just go back to normal breathing through your nose. Ordinary pace of breathing through your nose, like you did in the beginning, in the very beginning of this, an hour ago. And as you're coming back to your normal pace of breathing, pay attention to how your mind is changing, how your body is changing, what is happening there. Now, in the beginning of this exercise, we were doing everything very gradually, so maybe you didn't notice the changes so much. Now you're coming back into a normal state of mind, a little less gradually. So now is maybe where you feel it the most, where you have been and where you're coming to now, as you're coming back to your normal pace of breathing. This is what your breathing can do to you. There are no drugs, there are no artificial additives, just you, yourself, and your breathing. And as you are transitioning into your everyday consciousness, more normal state of mind, if you feel like it, you can roll over on your right side, get into a fetus position, thereby easing this transition a little bit. And also start getting used to the three-dimensional world outside of you. You had a life before you did this exercise, and you have a life afterward. Fourth dimension is time. And that means that this breathing session is about to finish. I hope you had a very good ride. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I do whenever I do it. And I hope you had a good appetizer to what your breathing can do to you, how it can change your mind, how it can change your body, all the nice effects you can bring onto yourself by breathing differently. Now, this routine was composed of various elements: hyperventilation, hypoventilation, breath holds. Each of these elements has an effect by themselves. So you can dive into all of those, do all the intellectual stuff. There are explanations for all of this. We can do that later once you're ready for it. For now, I just hope you enjoyed the ride and had a good time. And I also hope to see you someday in real life. You're more than welcome to follow my Facebook page, Breathing Soundscapes, or follow me on whatever platform you found this sound file or video on. Until we meet again, please take care of yourself and be well. and keep on breathing.